Hello, it's a SIG Node
This meeting is
Sidecar.
being recorded.
Hello, it's a SIG Node Sidecar meeting. It's June 20th, 2023. We are discussing active PR and comments to the PR.
Okay.
So, Gunjan, you've been saying that you're finishing up replying to the comments?
Yeah. Recently, there are two major reviews. One is that we need to iterate through the init containers in reverse order to not rely heavily on all init container status. So I understand the Clayton's comment and I fixed it. I think it makes sense, and all the tests are all passed. So it is, I think I fixed it correctly. And the other thing is renaming thing. I generally agreed with this comment. My only concern is that some of us could call it as a sidecar container and others call it as restarter init container. I just make sure that they are consistent. So it is my only concern.
Yeah, even for like feature gate, we probably want to keep it as sidecar because it's how we call it. And tests, essentially like tests, we call them sidecar as well, right? So we test sidecar features. Variable names, probably it's a good idea. Okay.
Yep.
So
yeah, the feature gate will be removed after GA, so I think it is okay to name it as a sidecar container because it would be eventually removed.
Yeah, I think test we can also keep a sidecar and like add more sidecar specific tests there.
Actually, I already renamed some test name to restart to init container.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess if you want specific scenario for sidecar, we can add more sidecar specific, right? So.
Okay. I understand.
Let's keep it startable. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of work to rename everything. I wanted to make sure that it's not too much on your plate. Okay. As I understand from reading Clayton's comments, it's like reverse order of init containers was the biggest concern. And it's mostly concern for long initializing containers with kubelet restart in the middle. So there are situations when everything got loaded, like a node just booting up, and one of the daemon sets will decide to restart to apply some new configuration, while other containers are still being initialized, and that may cause kubelet to forget the status of how many init containers already went through. And if you have status forgotten in kubelet, you still have status in containerd, right? So you can like last init container is still being run. So you like when kubelet restarts, it immediately picks up the last status. So reverse order makes sense in this situation. Yeah,
yes.
I don't know how to test it though. Like I don't think we will be able to reproduce it easily. We may need to start adding tests with kubelet restart.
Actually, I added some unit tests, but if you want more E2 tests, then I think we may remove container status with CRI-CTL.
Oh.
I tested locally and it works I think, could you, I will reference it here. If you remove the status from the container runtime side, then the kubelet stop getting the status. But after the fix, I think everything works fine, even if the container, init container status got lost, I think.
Okay. I mean, there still will be edge cases when we are in this unique situation when everything
Yeah.
restarted while we, like, I mean, even like main containers stopped, like crashed during the restart, and then
Yes.
you start installation all over again, and it's a known race conditions. They already
Mm,
exist.
mm.
But reverse order better in a sense that it doesn't introduce new regressions. So it's
Yes. Yes.
yeah. So I think it's a good idea. And in fact, like if you have sidecar container, you are better off because at least everything like sidecar container will keep running, so you'll always get the status of sidecar container. So you'll have
Mm,
less race conditions. So like some init containers before sidecar, you guarantee don't re-enter them even after kubelet restart because sidecar
mm,
will still be running and you know the status.
mm.
Yeah, it's an interesting side effect. Okay. I don't think there are any more like major comments, and I saw you already like fixed most of them, right? So
Yes.
should be fine. Yeah, once you're done with rename, ping the chat and let's ping Clayton again. Maybe he can
Okay.
approve and we'll then merge everything. I think Brunel said that Clayton, like he wants Clayton to review this uh, compute action method, and once we have it reviewed, it will be good to go.
Mm.
Okay, thank you for fixing it. Yeah, anything else? Okay, then. Thank you for the meeting. I'm glad we synced up, and hopefully, like maybe this week is a week.
Yes.
I still believe. I'm still optimistic. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.